you know, because everybody lives here. Because I doubt the Vril is giving over power. Now, the Vril is who's in charge. Vril. That's who's in charge. You know, this is the one that take over the bodies, where I don't need to clone you, but you need to have a specific blood type so that when it come out of the top here, you know, it go into your eye and then it take over you. Okay, now this is when you see those pictures where you see the shapeshifter on the back of the man as a representation. It means he has been taken over that way. Okay, now that's directly from the demonic force. Now it doesn't, you know, not everybody could be taken over this way, because like I said, you need the right blood. Okay, so they can't do that, they just clone you. But I'm gonna play this little bit for you now. This is a bit about the David Icke. Okay, David Icke and Alex Jones, you know, they've been holding back stuff from you all, but it's not that they didn't tell you stuff. You know, I'm not really into Alex. I used to like Alex back in the day, which I've always said when he woke me up to the food situation. Okay, he explained after food fucking poison, right? And I was into him then, you know. But whenever you start move along and the more truth you discover a lot of these people see to keep you on the wheel. Now, this is why they keep you on the wheel, because I explained, you know, with the cloning centers, if they tell you too much, see, they're going to get an aneurysm, you know. But David Icke, you know, he used to tell you about all these shapeshifters, so he didn't lie to you about that bit. It's just he didn't tell you that he were part of it and he sort of served them. You know, but he could have been taken over, because there is a video with David Icke. I don't know whether it real or doctored, you know, it's been out a while, you know, before this COVID buzz, okay, and his eyes shapeshift in the videos now, you know. But according to Donald Marshall, right, this whole reptilian eye slit thing, he says it's bullshit. But then loads of people have said they've physically seen it themselves. But Donald Marshall says bullshit, and that don't actually happen. You know, just a representation of the Vril spitting out the thing that come out of his head to go inside the you. He said, so they enjoy it when people are putting out videos of everybody with the slit eyes and that, because to them, a class of bread and circus, you know. But debatable, because I know somebody's seen a shapeshifter enough time, and, you know, the eyes did change. So, who knows? Well, I just thought I'd mention something. I had a visit the other day of somebody I haven't seen for a while. And they were talking about Elon and his black eye. And I said he hadn't been taken over by the Vril. And then I gave an explanation. And then afterwards I was thinking, you know what, I should have probably put it out there. So, I'm going to try again. Right. Basically, what I was trying to say, right, is that I don't think Elon has been taken over by the Vril. The Vril is basically one of the demons, okay, that can demonically possess you. All of them can't do this, but then you get some of them that can demonically possess you. Now, how they do this, see, they have to kill themselves in order to possess you. Now, what I mean by that, see, is that something comes out of their forehead, which is like this little, like reptilian type thing, okay? And then what that does, it goes into your eyeball. Now, when it goes into your eyeball, what it does, it genetically changes you, and then you become the person that has just died, which is the reptilian. Right, now, they can only do this with bloodlines, and this is the whole point of having bloodlines. And what I mean by that, see, is that on the earth, there are 26 bloodlines, okay? They tell everybody there's 13. There's 26, okay? Now, chances are somebody come from one of the 26. Now, these ones that can do their demonic takeover, being the Vril, okay, they're not going to risk themselves unless you is a perfect match. Now, what I mean by that, see, is imagine now I'm going to give up my body, yes, because I want to be in the physical human form, okay? So, I got to make sure you is a perfect match, because I will kill myself. So this is where I don't believe Elon has been taken over by the Vril. And then also, when they go into your eye, see, it create like a proper bruising, you know, not like a little slight bruising on the side. No, this is a proper bruising, because what it is, see, all your blood getting changed at the same time, okay, because it changed you on a physical, emotional, and everything level. So then you become a sitting passenger within the vessel, okay, and this is where you get proper black eye, not just like a little scratch on the side, okay. And like I said, they only do it, see, if, you know, they can guarantee survival. because it's about survival. So you only go and put yourself into somebody who's an exact match. And this is where all these bloodline things come into it. And this is where, when it come to Harry and Meghan, I stand by it. You know, it wasn't a love thing. They might have fallen in love now, who knows, right? But in the beginning, they were put together and she had to give up her husband because she was a bloodline, you know, and they don't mix bloods, okay? Which means that she is bloodline. Bloodline is important in this world, okay? Because at some point, she could get demonically taken over. You know, they can only do it if you is a bloodline, you know? So all these celebrities, when you see them with their black eyes and whatever, you know, do some more research, find out if there is a bloodline, like a proper bloodline, okay? And then it's possible, okay? But they come about yesterday and then you discover there's not a bloodline and they just have a black eye. They don't jump to the conclusions, innit? You know, but Elon, he's demonic as fuck. Well, you know, people have to find out that in their own time. In their own fucking timeline. That's what it is, isn't it? Because this timeline, a fuck up, you know, and people can't see because you have everybody under hypnosis.
Hey, the temple shake, the bell them cry. Seraphim fall from the burning sky. Seal of seven.